Good morning, my LinkedIn family. I hope you are well and enjoying your time wherever you are. Uh, can you please make your presence feel, share your country and or city? I will recognize uh, everyone who is going to comment here. My name is Hamas Siddiqui. I bring a daily show for my LinkedIn family, which is focused at growth. And my own agenda for 2021 is to only focus at activities and initiatives that will help me grow. And I'm sharing these tips and tools with my LinkedIn family so they all can grow with me. So who wants to grow with me? Say yes if you want to grow with me. And the whole objective around it. Thank you, Noshin. Good afternoon. Noshin is joining us from Italy. Shazad, good morning. Shazad joining us from Toronto. Thanks for joining in. And we'll just wait for a few more people to join in. And we have about 8, 9, 10 people at this moment in time. It takes people a little while to join in, and it takes me to see their comments because uh, StreamYard works in a strange way because it's an application that sort of an interface between LinkedIn and other platforms that I use. Mohsen, hi, good morning. Shazad, hello, good morning. I mean, I would say good morning because it's my morning, and after uh, one day of pretty decent snow, we had sun yesterday. It was still pretty cold, um, but today is also pretty sunny. So I hope wherever you are enjoying the weather. You are enjoying um, winters. But unfortunately, in this part of the world, we are still in lockdown situation, which is not too good. And so let's see who has joined us. Please share your country or city so that I could recognize you. Yao joining in. Yao, from where are you joining in? Can you please share your name of your country or city? And please take this as an opportunity to connect with other participants in in this group. Let me just send a message to someone who is struggling to join. Uh, so today's topic is about taking initiative. What does it mean? What actually happens when you take initiative? And can you please share any recent initiative that you took and what happened when you took that initiative? I know Shazad took an initiative, but I'm not sure, Shazad, if you are in a situation to come on live with me. Um, Otherwise, I could have simply uh, brought you in. It's -9. Yes, Shazad, -9, but it's still sunny. So sun really attracts me, and I often try to go out for a little walk, even if it's like -10 or -12, and it's sunny because sun is. I mean, we have come from countries where sun was really on our head most of the time. Shabir Kazmi Saab joining in from Pakistan. Shabir Kazmi Saab, I always introduce him as my mentor, and he is my mentor. Um, Noshin says if we see some opportunities coming our way while we take initiative of any kind, great. Which initiative are you talking about? Shadab, I think your biggest initiative uh, that I know is to relocate really, and then to join in Chartered Professional Marketing uh, Association. I mean, oh, this organization that you are trying to help. So um, okay, that's an initiative. You are on treadmill. That's an initiative, right? So that's an initiative uh, to find yourself in a shape. So, technically speaking, uh, when you take an initiative, you are actually giving signals to your brain to do something extra, to do something in addition to what you're doing on a routine basis. So, which means that you're breaking the routine, and when you break the routine, you find certain challenges and you start dealing with those challenges. And once you start doing that, you start achieving uh, uh, goals at most of the time slowly, but I think incremental achievement is always a good achievement. And during the process you learn a lot. So you, instead of just you go stale if you don't take initiatives. When you take initiatives, it is an opportunity for you to learn and do more and be active. So for instance, if Shahzad is on treadmill and he's trying to stay fit, that's an initiative, and that initiative gives him energy, it gives him pleasure, and it gives him an opportunity to probably think. I mean, when I used to do treadmill, while doing treadmill, I would either watch some news or I would think. So that used to give me an opportunity to do something extra while I was on treadmill. And when I now I go for a walk, and during the walk, 45-50 minutes walk, it is fascinating how your mind works and how you start thinking on new things, new ideas. Thank you, Tala. I'm doing well. I hope you are well too. Tala is a young fellow from Karachi. Uh, Noshin is planning. I'm planning my initiatives this year, multiple new projects. That's great. I'm a believer on doing something rather than sitting idle. And there is a great article published by Deloitte on Deloitte's website, and they are really focusing or encouraging their employees to take initiative, which means that if you're working somewhere. So I'll just talk with just one perspective, which is if you're working somewhere. uh, I have seen people working in a position for years, and some people actually would retire in the same position. When I was working from 1990 to 2006 at British Consulate's office in Karachi, I I joined in 1990, and there were people who were already there for 10, 15 years working in a working on a situation, like in a position, and in that position. Akbar, your question was directed to T, and she is the data lady, and today she is not in. She's based in New York, and I would think that she is the one who would be able to respond to your question. Good evening, Lubna, and good morning, Hamad. Thank you very much. Stocks performed very badly yesterday, by the way. So, Hamad and I keep exchanging views on the stock market here. So, thank you for joining in, Hamad. So people actually continued working in the same position, and almost went stale. So there was no initiative. They were just were kind of almost paper pushers. And you probably have seen similar people also who have no eagerness, no initiative to grow. If we do something new at work, that actually helps us motivated. And this Deloitte's article, if you need that article, please comment in the comment on this post. If so, just say yes, I will. If a lot of people are interested, then I will share link of that article in the comment, and you can simply download it, or I'll probably share it on my one of my post, and you can download it from there. So if you really need this article, just say yes, and I will be happy to share this article with you. It's a great article. And good evening, Patel. Machine, yes, I've started daily walk here, which is difficult in Karachi. Yes, you're right. So, what this article says? It says that your initiative actually helps you take new roles, and those roles could be just pro bono roles. So you can work with someone and learn new things at workplace. Often people take it as a burden, but think about it. If you take it as something that would help you move on and do better and new things at workplace, uh, that will add a lot of value to your own knowledge and your career. And it also gives you an opportunity to take some feedback. So people you're working with on this new initiative will help you in gaining some feedback about your processes, about your thinking process, about your capabilities and stuff, which is kind of it kind of opens up the opportunity for you to grow, really, to change certain things that you're doing. You may not be doing the right way. Maybe your thinking process is not right. Maybe you're not articulating it properly. And this is all this actually will help in your personal growth. And ultimately, your personal growth is the aim. You can't really sit and just live life uh, like a lame fellow who doesn't really want to do anything. You really need to move on, because the way things are evolving, the way demands at workplace are changing, we have to change with those demands. Uh, it also gives you an opportunity to present yourself as someone who is willing to learn and willing to take initiative. And a lot of organizations that I worked with, and a lot of other organizations would take it positively, would take would like to work with people who are interested in taking initiatives, because ultimately who the people who are not taking initiative would become deadwood at the end of the day. Maybe like 3, 4, 5 years, they would become deadwood. They're of no use to that organization, right? And uh, then things may go wrong. So if somebody who has become deadwood, and there is no initiative, if that person loses job, uh, that person would curse on the system. That person would curse his or her line managers, the organizations, rather than thinking that what is one thing that I could do to improve myself and to be able uh, to do the job that was required, or do a little bit extra. I mean, doing a little bit extra is fine. It's fine. Yeah, that is right, Shazad. That is right, Shazad. So what? So that means that you also look at stocks, which is great. So Hamad, now we have three group of three people who can chat about stock and learn from each other. But I am towards the tail end of learning curve, and you guys probably are doing it already, and I know Hamad is doing effectively. So Shazad, if you want, I can connect you with Hamad, and three of us can chat about it. So, all right, yes, yes. So only two people need this article. That's fine. I'll send it to these two people, and others may. Okay, Noshin also wants. Three people actually need this article, which is a great article. Um, you are absolutely, Shazad. The initiative you are taking at SEMO is a great initiative, and this is how things move on. Perhaps what happens is, looking at my um, own experience working with. I mean, there were at British Council, there were 22 people who would report me. Out of 22, there were only two or three people who would actually take initiative and try to do things themselves. So that actually improved their decision making process. It improves their own personality. They learned a lot and they grew. Whereas a lot of other people just did not take initiatives, and they became deadwood 5 years down the line, and a lot of them had to leave the organization because the demands, workplace demands, are really increasing at this moment in time. And in the past 10 years, there has been a dramatic change in the way people would expect you to work. Um, I don't know what you want to say, Akbar. Can you please type again? So today's topic is about taking initiative. If we take initiative, initiative does not really mean just anything. It can be very focused initiative to help you do something new, which means that if you don't read, buy a book, select a book, uh, whatever interests you. You can Google and find out exactly what kind of literature is available. I read like non-fiction book. I think so. Today, these days, I am actually trying to. Sorry, I'm trying to. Uh, I'm trying to read this book, Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last. Uh, I'm really fascinated by the way Simon presents things and the concepts, and I'm actually thinking to pick some of the concepts and discuss those concepts here in this live session also. So, for instance, his concept of golden circle is such a fascinating concept that I would really try to bring in maybe next week and discuss that. So any initiative, buy a book, read a book. If you're not a book reader and you're just starting, uh, subscribe to a blog, read a blog. Now there are audiobooks. So if you're driving long distances, you have audiobooks available. Just listen to those audiobooks. um, Go for a walk. uh, Start eating healthy once in a week, maybe to begin with. At your workplace, you can start doing something. So for instance, for me, keeping my table clean was an issue, but there was a time when I took that initiative, and I said, okay, every evening when I close my desk, I will clean my desk, which means that I will remove all the waste papers and properly bin those papers and stuff. So I took that one initiative. I also remember just one more example is that I think it was like year 2000. A newly landed immigrant in Canada. We were in Burnaby, a city just next to Vancouver in British Columbia, beautiful British Columbia. And I started working part time at Dairy Queen. And Dairy Queen is basically an ice cream shop, and they sell French fries, coffee, burgers. And what I noticed is that there was a a kind of a task that everybody was doing. Like, everyone who was assigned that task is to make lots of ice cream cakes. And the most uh, sold cake was a log cake. And the reason was a log cake was very reasonably priced, and people would just stop by if they're going to a birthday party, if they're going to a family meetup or whatever. They would just pick a log cake without actually looking at it, what kind of log cake it is, and they would just pick it up. Whereas what we would do as staff, and the manager, of course, there was an instruction from the manager that he would just keep building the inventory of a log cake. Now, the beauty of this ice cream is that it does not go stale. So it just stays in the freezer in all minus 30 degrees, and it stays fresh. So one day what I did, I reduced the quantity of log cakes in the fridge, in the display freezer. And what I did, I just changed the way those log cakes were stacked, so that people could see all the log cakes that were available. In the previous scenario, people would only see the log cakes that were right in front of them, and they would just pick it up. So the log cake at the back would just stay there. Nobody's going to pick those cakes up that are not seen. And by that evening, we saw that the display freezer emptying up with the log cake, and we had to refill the log cakes. And manager, actually, he noticed it. He came to me. His name was Mark. He came to me and said, "You did that." I said, "Yes." What made you think that you should do that? I said, I was watching it and I was observing it, and I thought uh, that the block cake at the back are just stacking up. Nobody's taking those cakes, and we should really dish those cakes out also. And it was unnecessarily taking up a lot of space in the display freezer. We could have displayed other products in the same space, and that's why I changed the the way traditional way of stocking log cakes. He really loved it because at the end of the day, he was able to show that he's not using as much milk to produce cakes, and he's selling more cakes, right? So it was an initiative which was just out of the box thinking, and I was able to add certain value to this, which is fine. And ultimately, I left the job. Obviously, that was not a job that I really wanted to continue. But when I left, he was really, pushing me to continue, and he said, I really wanted to make you supervisor, which would add $2-3 an hour into your salary pay packet. But I left because I had something else to do. Yes, Nashin, absolutely. You are absolutely right. Asi brother says, what would you do if there is a conflict between your passion and what is needed in the market? Would you change your initiative passion according to the need, or would you stay with your passion? It's a great question. It is a great question. See, bottom line is that you need to make money also, all right, to be able to survive. If your passion conflicts totally with the market, and if you think you will be able to achieve uh, your goals, if you follow the passion. It's just, but you must not blindly follow the passion. If you blindly follow the passion, then it's going to be a disaster. Hello, Shazad. Hi, Mahib. Where are you joining in from? Doreen, madam, thank you very much. Good morning. Do both, yes. But the thing is that if you can find the sweet spot where your passion meets the market demand, that is great. So again, uh, yes, exactly. Build your passion on the side till it takes off. And this is what I'm talking about. Great point, Doreen. This is what I'm talking about. Initiative, work and initiative. So just to give you my example, I always love to coach and mentor and work with people. And with my job, which was very, very demanding, I had started uh, public speaking. I'm a decent enough public speaker, and gradually I became known, and people would invite me because I'm from Pakistan. I can only talk about Pakistan. Large organizations such as ACCA would invite me. Institute of Chartered Accountants would invite me to speak to their lot about career and passion and initiatives and stuff like that. So uh, I gradually became known, and then I started my own blog on career development. And with that blog, I became more popular. I wrote a book later on, and then that book made me even more popular. And then I wrote another book. And so the thing is that, with my full time job, I continued things that were adding value to my knowledge, and those things were actually branding myself. So my passion became my profession when I came to Canada. And such a beautiful sentence I said. Okay, my passion became my profession when I came to Canada. And then, I met people like Doreen. She's a great support. Shahzad, Muhammad, and all these people, and the family that I have on LinkedIn, which is getting close to followers are getting close to 30,000, and there are about 27,000 connections, so 57,000 altogether across the globe. And I'm bringing in more initiatives. I'm developing a um, growth workshop for my LinkedIn family. So so the thing is that your passion and your work can go side by side. You have to spend a little bit more time into your passion, because your passion you can always work a little bit extra. For your work you may just feel tired, but your passion you don't feel tired. I mean, I don't feel tired working even 12 hours, sometimes 10, sometimes 12 hours a day, starting at 8 a.m. in the morning and sometimes finishing at 10 p.m. So that's the thing. But it was a great question. Passions are related to emotions and has absolute, yeah. But you see, your sometimes your passion keep changing also. Sometimes when we talk about passion, Shazad, we're not we are not thinking holistically on passion. So that's an interesting thing. Yeah, this is a question which I get a lot. Um how do I do self actualization? How do I identify my passion? My what do you do? What do you love to do? Share with us, and we have another 5 minutes, and we'll probably be able to help you find your passion. What do you love to do? What do you do? Which means your work, and what do you love to do? If you can type these two things, we will be. I'm sure there are people out there who will be able to help you with with your thoughts. Uh, and in the meantime, I'm sharing uh, link to that post that I spoke about, um, how to be proactive and take initiative, published at Deloitte, and uh, you can read it from there. And please share your views. So tell me exactly how that helps. Okay, so uh, my work is in finance and accounting. I think you're saying accounting. Okay, so what do you love to do? What do you? I mean, do you love music? Do you love to guide people on job by training, job related? Fantastic. I mean, see, you are willing to help. Not many people on this earth are willing to help. There are more people who are seeking help. There are very few people who are willing to help. Uh, Start with something very basic. You are on LinkedIn, you are on maybe other on social media, Facebook or whatever. Just say, I would like to help anyone who is interested in who is searching for a job. I would like to help that one person, two-person, three-person, I would like to help. Just when you say I would like to help, you will see people will start connecting with you. And when you start with one or two people, the message will spread, and you will see a lot of people will start connecting with you. I mean, I get a lot of messages. Some messages I can't really help with, but I still respond to those people. So that's your passion, right? You want to help people. Help people. It's so simple. You don't really need a lot of resources to do that. Just spare maybe a couple of hours every week. What I used to run a long time ago, and maybe that is something that you can experiment with. I used to do sessions at a coffee shop. So Coffee with Guru was something that I started. My blog was careerguru.co, so I started something like Coffee with Guru, and I would just put it on Facebook. Okay, on this day at this time, I will be in this coffee shop. Um, if you're interested in discussing your career issues, please come and join in. And there was a time I remember, there was a coffee shop, and there were 32 people came in, and the coffee shop could only take about 20-25. So people were literally standing, and I had to shout, and they could not take more customer in. customers in. So it happens gradually. You have to be out there and you have to be presenting yourself as someone who is uh, who is willing to help. Um, Doreen says finding a passion is a journey. Absolutely, I only realized my passion about 4 years ago. It took some soul searching to deep thoughts. I love to write. It took me time, but it built a business around it. I now look forward. Absolutely, to every day. We get up. Doreen is a great writer and a fantastic person in my family, and she started in a very humble way and growing and growing and growing. And she is out there every day, every morning, and she's available for people to talk and to learn and to help people also. So if you know what your passion is, my start with it and just come back again and tell us how did you find today. Do it today on your LinkedIn and on your Facebook. Put up a post, say I want to help people who are looking for job. That's it. uh, and see what kind of response you would get. And you have to define, of course. You can only help them, like guiding on to how they should really be preparing themselves for interviews and where the jobs opportunities are and stuff. So prepare yourself a little bit and then put these posts on your Facebook and LinkedIn and see what happens. With that, I'm already almost 5 minutes above my time. A fantastic discussion, guys and girls. Thank you very much, and please become a torchbearer of this message. These messages that I bring in, if you if you can, please push share button. Share button is right the on this broadcast that you're watching. Just push the share button and send this message to people who are your followers, your connections, so that other people also get inspired and learn something of this half an hour talk that I just did, and the conversation that I just had with you. So please do that, and keep coming back on my live sessions. These you are you are the real motivation. You are the real motivation for me. People joining in from all across, from Toronto to India to Pakistan, from Dubai, from Africa. This is really encouraging for me, and I really love you all. Thank you very much, my LinkedIn family. Yes, Doreen says life is too short to be miserable. Enjoy, absolutely. But thing is, you can't really quit at all. I mean, you have to be strategic. If you don't love your job, and then quit once you have developed your own opportunities. So with that, thank you very much. Hamas Siddiqui signing off. Tomorrow is Friday, and on Friday I usually do a recap of the week. So those who have missed my previous sessions during the week will have an opportunity to quickly look at how uh, uh, look at what I spoke during the week and how I help you um, in your thinking process. So Mahip, yeah, you can connect with everybody who is out there, everyone, but it is your initiative. So today's initiative, write a post that you want to help people and see what happens on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or wherever you are on social media, on your WhatsApp groups. Just say that I want to help people learn, um, uh, how to find jobs, something of that sort. So thank you very much and keep coming back. I hope some of you have pushed the share button by now by and become torchbearer for these growth messages. I So today was, I think, was the 15th session in this month, and I try to bring in a session every day for you. So thank you very much. Hamas Siddiqui signing off from Toronto. I wish you all the best. If your morning has just started, a very good morning to you. If you are in a country where you are almost hitting the bed, good night to all you, and see you tomorrow.